Today, we're doing some folding. More specifically, book folding! Where you take a book, open it, fold the top and bottom edges of a page in, and repeat that for the whole book until you have a really cool looking pattern. And I'll be doing that for all these books right here. And at the end of the video, I'll be placing these in free little libraries as a surprise for some lucky strangers. So, let's go! I picked out a total of 4 different free little libraries that I found the most interesting, starting with the phone booth. Located right next to the train station, you guessed it, it's an actual phone booth, with a wide selection of books to choose from. I remember always having to call my parents for one of these things to come pick me up, and speaking as fast as I could to tell them exactly where I was, so that a couple cents I had didn't run out. So the first thing I did was check out how many pages the book had. I then hopped on my laptop and designed something that I was going to fold, and got it printed. Now that we got the design, let's get folding. I've got the first layer done, and I'm sweating like crazy. Done with fa. La 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 la. And we're done. Check it out. Boom. My bad. Sorry. Boom. I loved how it turned out. You can actually see the whole word family in there. I'm going to add a note to whoever's going to get it. Then we'll head on over to the free little library and place it in. Hello, stranger. Hope you enjoy the book. P.S. Reminder to call your family sometime. I'm almost there. I'm kind of nervous. Okay, so I just got in here. There's a lot of people walking by, a lot of people looking through. I'm gonna put the book in real fast. We'll see what happens. As I waited to see what would happen, I couldn't help but notice how many people actually stopped, took their time to see what was in the free little libraries. A few minutes later, to my surprise, the book was gone. Someone took it. I honestly have no clue who took it, but I like to believe that someone's day out there just got made a little bit better. Let's get back to folding. The second location is one I like to call the open shack. Located on a mountainside, it's in the shape of a normal stone hut, just without any doors. So for the first book, I chose the word family because it reminded me of having to call my family from the phone booth. But for these next books, I wanted it to be a little bit more decorative, like something you would want to put in your living room. So instead of just one book, I decided to take 3 that were roughly about the same size. My idea behind it was to make a catchy phrase spanning across 3 different books, kind of like these. Design's done, let's fold! Now you might have noticed I don't actually mark where I fold to, which gives it kind of an uneven look. It gives it kind of the feel that the words are popping out of the book. First book down, 2 more to go. I had to do some alternating folds, especially where the letters overlapped. But other than that, it was pretty smooth sailing. 2 books done, 1 more to go. And done. Come on, let me show you all of them. We've got live, love, laugh. I think I might like these more than the family one. Just because the font I used makes the words pop out more, which makes it easier to see what was actually folded into the book. But anyways, we're gonna do the same thing that we did for the first one. We're gonna add a little note to each of them and then place them into the library. Let's go. Hello, stranger. You are awesome and look spectacular today. I wish you a lot of laughter in your life. That felt like writing a fortune cookie. I made it. After dragging myself up this hill for 30 minutes in flip-flops of all things, I had finally arrived in the middle of nowhere at the free little library. There doesn't seem to be a lot of people here. I'm just gonna put the books right in, then we'll see what happens. While I placed the books in the library, every once in a while, there were a couple people that would walk by, which made me hopeful that someone might take the books home today and I'll get to see it. Alright, so I've been sitting here for an hour now and literally nobody has come by. So I'm thinking I'm probably just gonna go home. Right when I was about to leave though, this guy showed up. I watched full of expectation and nope. Alright, so it's been about 3 days, and I'm not gonna lie, I have been a little bit disappointed just because I spent a lot of time and energy on making those books. Didn't see who got it. But then yesterday night, I went on Google Maps to check out the free little library, and I found this. Yeah! Well, Sarah, I hope you enjoy it, and for us, let's get to folding. The third location is one I like to call the color booth. Located in the middle of a residential area, it's pretty much just a normal phone booth, just with a little bit more color. Alright, for this next book, I want to make something more motivational, but if you've seen the last books, most of them are just one word, and it's kind of hard to do something motivational if it's just one word. So I've decided to fold a phrase into this book right here. But the only problem is I can't use the same technique. I have to do some cutting. So let me just show you. I'll be folding this. Where the top and the bottom, I'll be folding like usual, but the gaps in between like this and this, I'll have to cut out. Step 1, I gotta mark where I cut. That only took almost close to 8 hours. Let's move on to step 2, cut and fold. I know, it's small, but it's the only one I have. I hate how it looks. If I'm being honest, I think I cut a little bit too far in, so yeah. I tried to figure out what to do. I couldn't uncut the books and didn't have an extra book to start over with either. So my only option was to work with what I already had. I ended up folding the gap down to 1 centimeter instead of 4 and glued the most part while using small pieces of tape to try and save what I could. This is already way better than before. Shh, trust the process. And done! I really wasn't quite sure how it would turn out, especially with there being more letters and words than the other books. But I'm actually really satisfied. So you know the drill, we're gonna add some encouraging words and then give it away. Hey you, I believe in you. Don't give up. Once I got to the library though, there was one thing that took me by surprise. Hey! Heck, this thing is like full. Somebody had donated a ton of books. There really aren't a lot of people here, so I'm gonna take my time, set it up, and then we'll see what happens. I ended up moving a bunch of books out of the way to make space for mine. I then placed mine in, and if I may say so myself, it looks pretty darn good. I then waited, and waited, and waited, for 3 whole hours. Occasionally, there would be a person that would walk by, but none of them actually checked the library. So with a heavy heart, I went home. Later that afternoon though, I came back to check it out one more time, and somebody had taken it. Let's go! You know, I really don't mind not knowing who took the book. I just hope that whoever took it, it really made their day. And for us, let's go fold the last book. The fourth and final location is called the Tiny Library. Located really close to a church, it's in the shape of what you usually think of when you hear free little library. I've got the last book right here. I thought I'd keep it simple. Since the library's right next to church, I got to fold Jesus into it, so let's get it! You know what? Oh, hey, done! This one is my favorite one so far. The combination of the old vintage book with the folded letters into the book, it looks amazing, and I couldn't be more satisfied. I ended up also writing in something encouraging already. Since I folded Jesus into this, I had to choose a Bible verse. The one I ended up choosing was John 1:14, which I find to be really fitting for this book right here. So, let's see who gets it. I really hope I get to see someone take it home today. As I neared the tiny library, I couldn't help but notice just how adorable it looked. Alright, let's set it up. And that's exactly what I did. I moved some books to the left, moved some books to the right, and slid my folded book right in. Ta-da! As I waited with not much hope, since I never saw anyone take it in other locations, something unexpected happened. Somebody actually took it! Yes! Yes! That makes me so happy. I hope it made them as happy as it made me. I'll see you at home. And we're done. We started out with a couple books and hopefully made a few people's day. I hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Love y'all! Hi! Please subscribe!